What's going on? We're here in Harlem, about to walk into 67 Orange Street for the Riazul tasting. Let's go.
Well, it's loud. It works. How good it is for that. But hello, welcome to the second, I guess, this year of our cocktail education series. I guess part 2, because we were doing this a little bit last year. And I don't know who came to last year's sort of. All right, we got a 2. One works here. I don't know if that counts. But yeah, so. Cocktail Education Series, it's an event that we do about every other Tuesday. And the idea is, you know, for those, most of you have seen your faces before you've been here. You know a little bit about what we're about. We're a cocktail bar. And what that means is that cocktails are the begin and end all of what we do, right? So we take a lot of pride in every cocktail that's created here. We don't just dress like this with the suspenders and ties just because. It's because the cocktails are king here. So freshest ingredients, finest spirits, small batch artisanal spirits. I mean, you know, we work with the best, and so what this is really about is showcasing some of that and also spreading some of that knowledge. Everyone who works here is passionate about cocktails. We love them, and not just because we like being tipsy, which we do, but because there's more to drinking than just getting drunk. And there's more to drinking than having a hangover in the morning. Part of the reason why we do the type of cocktails we do is because they're so much better for you. The type of ingredients we use, the type of spirits we use means you feel a lot better the next day, which is, you know, a great feeling. So you have a great night, you don't have to ruin the morning and going forward. So this is our second. These will be happening for the rest of the fall and winter. So we have a lot of great folks coming. We bring in mixologists from other bars. We bring in brand ambassadors. We bring in other great cocktail, you know, connoisseurs. And together we create, we mix, we showcase, we talk, we educate. And at the end of the night, you leave with a nice little buzz and a little bit more knowledge. So tonight we have George Summer here. George is a friend of mine. We've known each other for probably about a year now, at least that. We've partied together, we've gotten drunk together, we've gotten bad drunk together. He's a really good dude. He represents Riazul Tequila. One of the things that I like about Riazul, besides the fact it's a great spirit, is that 2 of the owners live in Harlem. One lives on 104th, the other lives on the 2 people who matter in this business, both live here in Harlem. So, you know, so that makes it even more special for me, the fact that they are involved. So George represents the brand. He knows more about tequila and spirits than I know about myself. So you'll find out. I mean, this will be very interesting, very informative. He's also a great guy. If you want to go party afterwards, take him with you. But so what we'll do tonight, just going to get an idea, we'll let you taste. In front of you right now, you have a silver. He'll talk to you more about that. We're going to try the different versions. We have a reposado, we have an añejo. You'll try those. We'll mix a few cocktails afterwards. You'll get to try that. And then you'll hang around afterwards, and we'll continue to drink and talk and hang out. So without further ado, George.
What's up, y'all? So to explain a little bit about myself, I'm a brand ambassador for Riazul Tequila, Botch Cognac, Pierre Damos Mezcal, and also whiskey. I currently teach a lot of different spirit classes out there, and as for the past 4 years of my life, really devoted to booze as a whole. Something I absolutely love. Thus giving me my amazing body that I have right now. Where we differ is our property was given to us 200 years ago by the Mexican government. We did absolutely nothing with it, so it was all virgin territory until then. When we started growing on it, actually Iñaki Orozco, the one he was talking about, who lives on 105th, or 110th, one of the two, who's the owner of the company. He actually went out and hand-planted the first agaves. He did this simply to sell agave and make money and didn't give a damn about producing tequila or anything else. When he came to the U.S., he found what we had as tequila sucked. He tasted Patron and Cuervo and the rest of these guys, and these are poor representations of good tequila. So then he started kind of using his magic and reached around to find a bunch of people. The guy who created Cazadores runs our plant, which is a very old and very famous tequila company. And the guy who created Milagro is our maestro de tequila. So we have these 2 big powerhouses pulling into our stuff. We have 2 types of processes we use. One is pot distillation, which is what you see with artisanal whiskeys and things like this. This gives it a little more oil and kind of fatty materials, which is what you want in any spirit that's good. If you've ever put ice in a whiskey or something else and seen that kind of oily look to it, that's the congeners. And those are the things that give everything flavor. Then we also use column distillation. We use this process to create a clean, neutral spirit. So by doing these, not neutral, but by creating a clean spirit, by mixing these two together, it gives us a lot of texture and a lot of strength. We take another step further and we borrow a technique from the wine industry called micro-oxidization. It's a fancy term for basically throwing air bubbles inside the tequila at the end. What this does is kind of age it slowly, give it a little more depth, a little more character. For those of y'all who still have tequila left in front of you and didn't drink it all, first trick to dealing with any kind of spirit, it's different from wine. You don't want to swirl in the glass. When you swirl it, you release too much alcohol, so what you actually want to do is kind of roll the glass. Plastic is not the best for this kind of technique, but you get a good concept of it. By rolling the glass, you coat the edges with that fatty oil, the material you want, those congeners, and then you have the ability to smell it. So if you go to smell this first one, you'll see it's very bright, floral, hence that kind of agave. There's almost like a caramelized tone to it. Does everybody agree, or?
Yes.
There you go, agree. Love it when people ask questions.
We are amateur.
All right, so give it a taste. Take a little bit on your tongue, swallow it down. Don't drink it all, just save some. And give it a quick taste. What do you guys feel?
Good.
Other than happy and awesome because this is killer tequila. Flavors, anybody?
Vanilla?
Floral.
Vanilla. Floral. Anybody taste caramel?
Yes.
Okay, and the far back palate, when I say that, if you think about way back here, do you guys taste a little bit of chocolate? Like the smallest hint of chocolate. These are all natural byproducts, and we're really beginning to discover in the world of tequila that where it's grown makes this huge difference. So there are two companies out there, not to promote anybody else, but there are two companies out there who are doing this amazingly. One is Ocho, and the other one is Chambay. And they actually have GPS tracking on where these agaves come from, and they're plucking it out and making the spirits from there. And they show great character and depth, and it's phenomenal stuff. All right, so to kind of get those feelings, got a nice agave, a little bit of sugar action to it. If you have some water in front of it, you can add a little water to the spirit. You should do this with all spirits whenever you're tasting it. Helps open it up. If you don't have any water in front of you, knock it back and enjoy the booze.
Herradura, Bonitos, Aneo. I'm not gonna talk about Cueva because that's nonsense. Which one, you know what I'm saying? Which one would you go for if you had a drink?
And I didn't have a whiskey list or a bar list or a beer list.
What's that? What did you say? What did you say?
No whiskey list or a beer list.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, just.
That's a hard call.
Okay.
As a go-to, if you can find Milagro, I love Milagro. It's inexpensive. Most bars kind of have it. Herradura, I think, is also another good one that's just, kind of run the mill.
Yeah.
I've never gotten down on Cabo personally. It just has a flavor that I don't enjoy. But again, it's all about what you enjoy. So if you're at that bar, have them pour you a little taste of each one. If you like it, then drink the damn thing. I mean, and that's really what it boils down to. Never let anybody like myself or anyone else ever influence the way that you drink or feel about any spirit. It's one of the greatest things that, one of the things that bugs me most in this industry is you have someone who's been doing this for a year and a half and they have this big pompous attitude. No, you must do it this way. You can only put 2 cubes of ice in and shut the fuck up. It's not drink how you want to drink and enjoy your booze.
I had a question about temperature.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, I mean, are there suggested temperatures that you could better appreciate?
So one of the biggest tricks you'll see with bad booze, or bad anything really, is by chilling it. If you chill something too much, it shocks the palate. The best example I can give for that is if you think about eating melted ice cream versus ice cream itself, melted ice cream is very rich and crazy, almost wicked intense. And so by sticking a shaker, shaking up with some ice and pouring it out, masks all the natural components to it. I prefer to get a glass of whatever it is I'm getting and get a glass of water and add a little water to it as I please. And so that way I can cool it down as much as I want to and dilute it as much as I want to and still maintain that kind of natural play to it. But again, it's your palate. So however you feel like drinking it, get down on it.